What's up, Richard Simmons here. Now, with his new directing film, Is This Thing On, out now, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Bradley Cooper films. Because he's obviously, has a capital in directing. He's a really good actor. He's a comedy and all. So, here is my official top 10 favorite Bradley Cooper movies. All right. Coming in at number 10 is a little film that I don't think I maybe really heard of, but it's a movie titled Burt. Burton is from the same director who also is responsible for the show The Pit that's out now, and he's also done like TV shows like Shameless and stuff. Burton, is about this disgraced chef who seeks redemption by rebuilding his career and chasing a third Michelin star in London here. And you got Bradley Cooper, who plays Adam Jones, who's a perfectionist battling addiction and ego here. And he does such a good job as his performance. Uh, Definitely, it was like the bear before the bear ever, became a thing. You do also got like Matthew Reeves, Sienna Miller. It is a really interesting film that's well worth a watch there. All right. Coming in at number 9 is Maestro. I thought he was great in Maestro. Of course, Maestro, if you guys don't know, is a biopic focusing on a legend composer Leonard Bernstein, and Felicia Monteaguer, rather than like a traditional Cradle to the Great biopic here. And Cooper, of course, did score a couple of Oscar nominations, including Best Actor for his performance. A well-deserved Oscar nomination, really. Really embodied Leonard Bernstein well. His chemistry with Carey Mulligan is really terrific. It's such a really wonderful performance. And, of course, this was obviously his follow-up to Star is Born. And really showcased his directing talents. And he's a really good director here. All right, number 8 is The Place Beyond the Pines. Now, this is, of course, directed by Derek Carafrance, who just put out Roofman this past year. And this is about a multi-generational crime drama examining the ripples effects of fatherhood, violence, moral choices. You do got Ryan Gosling. You do got Bradley Cooper, who plays Everett, who's a police officer whose career advances through questionable decisions here. And he really does such a good job. Definitely a wonderful performance here. Of course, Ryan Gosling, Ava Mendes is in this as well. It is a really intense film, to say at least, as well. All right, number 7 is one of his earliest roles, I should say, and that is Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers, of course, stars Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson as she divorced, Wedding Crashers, who pretty much meet a woman to and arise when one falls for the wrong bride here. Cooper plays the role of Zach Lodge, who's the arrogant, aggressive fiance to Rachel McAdams' character. And Cooper really does play the part well. He really plays the douchiness very wonderfully. Again, this what really showcases his early acting talents here. He does such a good job throughout. A really fun performance, and obviously he's no stranger when it comes to straight up comedies, which I'll talk about here in a bit. All right, number 6 is A Star Is Born. Now, of course, Bradley Cooper did score a couple of award recognitions for this as well. Now this is of course like pretty much like I guess say the third remake here. About the seasoned musician who helps a young singer rise from fame, even as his own career and personal demons begins to destroy him. Cooper, of course, plays Jackson Maine, who's this gifted but self-destructive rock star battling addiction here. And you obviously his scene with Lady Gaga with the song "Shallow" is really iconic. It's such a really good one. The chemistry with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga's terrific. You also do got folks like Dave Chappelle, Andrew Dice Clay's even in this, Sam Elliott. It's such a really remarkable film and really showcase Cooper's singing chops as well. All right, number 5 is the Guardians of the Galaxy / Avengers franchise. Now, of course, here he voices the role of Rocket Raccoon, and he steals so many scenes as Rocket. Like, I just love the Rocket character. So it made me really happy that the last Guardians movie became a little bit of a Rocket-centric film. And, yeah, really makes me happy that we will definitely be seeing Rocket Raccoon more in the MCU, especially after the ending of Guardians 3. I mean, stuff that he says in this is hilarious. Stuff that he does is really cracks me up. I mean, a movie about a talking raccoon and a talking tree that just says Groot did sound like a dumb idea at one point, but man, Rocket really and even Groot, their chemistry made it work perfectly. Then, of course, you get with Avengers: Infinity War. The chemistry with Rocket and Door's hilarious. I mean, it's just such a really cool one. And of course, seeing him pop up, like have more of a centric in Endgame was great. It's wonderful role here, and Bradley Cooper. Sometimes you always keep forgetting that's actually Bradley Cooper doing the voice of Rocket, but he does such a good job as well there. All right. Number 4 is American Hustle. Now, of course, this did score Bradley Cooper an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. And it's about this con artist and his partner who are forced to work with the FBI to bring down corrupt politicians here. And here, of course, you got like Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Jennifer Lawrence. Cooper's character is named Richie Damaso, who's a ambitious, reckless FBI agent obsessed with power validation here, and he really plays the unhinged character wonderfully. Of course, obviously he's worked with David Russell and Jennifer Lawrence before, which I'll get to that here a little bit. But yeah, American Hustle is a really good one. I mean, yeah, David Russell nowadays it's awkward to talk about because he's a little controversial nowadays, but he is still a really good director, and American Hustle is definitely one of his best there. All right, number 3 is American Sniper. American Sniper, of course, got Bradley Cooper an Oscar nomination. Here he plays Chris Kyle, who's the as a true story Navy SEAL Chris Kyle, and explores like the deadly procession of a massive sniper in Iraq, and man, Bradley Cooper does such a good job here. He has some really intense moments throughout. Clint Eastwood, of course, directed this. He did a good job. Sienna Miller, who was also in the movie Burnt with Cooper, she's great in this. It's such a really good one. It's intense at times. Cooper plays his part very well. I mean, he embodies Chris Kyle wonderfully. And again, he did score an Oscar nomination, so well deserved there. And he also will go on to work with Eastwood again in that movie, The Mule, which was also pretty good, by the way, if you guys haven't seen The Mule. All right, number 2 is the Hangover franchise. Now, I guess you say the Hangover franchise is really the one that really put Bradley Cooper on the map for most people. Like, he's had stuff beforehand here and there, but this is actually one of the movies that really put him on the map here. And one of his, I guess say one of his first major lead roles in there. Of course, obviously, The Hangover, where bachelor party in Vegas goes wildly wrong, leaving 3 groomsmen with no memory, and how to try to find their missing groomsmen here. And obviously, Bradley Cooper's chemistry with Zach Galifianakis and Ed Helms is just great. He definitely has some fun humor, comedic timing. Ken Jeong is great here as well. I know the Hangover sequels don't really get much love, whatever. But I do get a kick out of the Hangover sequels. They are just as funny, and yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna get another one, but who knows? Anyway, coming in at number 1, speaking of David O. Russell, number 1 is Silver Linings Playbook. Silver Linings Playbook is great. Of course, directed by David O. Russell, who nowadays he's a little controversial figure, but David O. Russell does such a good job with this film. Of course, obviously the humor, dramatic stuff, the chemistry with Bradley Cooper and Jennifer Lawrence is great. If you guys don't know much about the story here, you got Pat Celentano, played by Cooper, who tries to rebuild his life with his estranged wife and navigate his bipolar disorder until he forms an unexpected bond with a young widow, played by Jennifer Lawrence. And of course, this is a movie that won Jennifer Lawrence an Oscar. Of course, you do got Robert De Niro, Jackie Weaver, Julia Stiles, Chris Tucker's in this one. It's really terrific. Great performances by Cooper, by Lawrence. Of course, Cooper, Lawrence, Weaver, and De Niro all scored Oscar nominations and well deserved there. It is a really excellent film if you guys have seen it. But and to be honest, this is actually David Russell's best work in my opinion. I mean, again, I know it's awkward to really talk about him nowadays because he's a little controversial, whatever. But take the controversy with him aside, he is still a pretty solid filmmaker, and this is definitely one of his best works here. But that's pretty much it. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Burnt. 9, Maestro. 8, The Place Beyond the Pines. 7, Wedding Crashers. 6, A Star is Born. 5, Guardians of the Galaxy. 4, American Hustle. 3, American Sniper. 2, The Hangover franchise. And number 1 is The Silver Linings Playbook. Now, there are loads of other ones I could have added as well. Of course, his first film, by the way, was Wet Hot America Summer. Other stuff. Let's see. I already said Wedding Crashers. Bending All the Rules. That was actually one of his first leading roles, I should say. Fail Jalance was in. The Rocker. Midnight Meat Train. I really quite liked He's Just Not in the NGU. Definitely Not All About Steve. That's probably his worst film, really. Let's see. Valentine's Day. I really quite like Valentine's Day. That actually wasn't so bad. I mean, his chemistry with Julia Roberts was a pretty good one. The A-Team, Brothers Justice, Limitless. The Words was actually not so good. Hit and Run. Serena's probably not so good either. Aloha, also not so good. I forgot he was in 10 Cloverfield Lane. He was the voice of Mary Elizabeth Winstead's boyfriend over the phone. War Dogs he appeared in. Let's see. The Mule. Licorice Pizza. Nightmare Alley. He also lends his voice to the movie F. Also, obviously, he recently just appeared as Jor-El in Superman, so there's that as well. I mean, some really good performances there. But let me let you guys. What are some of your favorite Bradley Cooper films? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simon signing.